Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP. And guys, we have quite a bit of things to talk about, so let's just dive in and let's not waste any time. So first off, we do see here from the Digital Pound Foundation, the Bank of Thailand to pilot retail CBDC by the end of 2022. Now, you might think that there's no direct connection to Ripple here, but honestly, this entire breakdown screams Ripple, and we're going to be talking about why. So let's just dive in and let's read more so about this. So this is going to be a proof of concept retail CBDC. You guys know how I feel about this. This is going to be in collaboration with corporates as well. The Bank of Thailand, BOT, will extend the scope of CBDC development aimed at the retail sector to a pilot phase. A possible real-life application of the retail CBDC will be conducted inside the private sector on a limited scale. Again, I've always said I am in support of wholesale CBDCs. I do not like the idea of retail CBDCs without, a fiat system in place, because at the end of the day, guess what? You get a retail CBDC and they can fully, not only control, but they could track and trace every single transaction back to its origin. So again, I do not like the idea of retail CBDCs, but it looks like we are going to be seeing a major push towards that. And we do see down here the BOT will assess the benefits and associated risk from the pilot to formulate related policies and improve the CBDC design in the future. And they break down a few phases here. So they have this first phase, then they have the second phase, and then down at the bottom, they do have the final phase. So first off, we do see here the pilot is separated into, two tracks. I thought there was a third track, but the first phase is a foundation track. The CBDC will be tested in cash-like activities, i.e. paying for goods and services with limited areas and a scale of 10,000 retail users. There will be 3 companies to participate in the experiment. Now, these are 3 main companies, and make sure that you are paying attention to these 3. So Bank of Ayutthaya, CM Commercial Bank, and 2C2P. The testing should start at the end of 2022 and last until mid-2023. A second phase, dubbed the Innovation Track, will focus on presenting innovative use cases for CBDCs. The private sector and the public will have a chance to present their use cases for retail CBDCs via a CBDC hackathon, which will take place on August 5th to September 12th, 2022. Selected participants will be, getting mentorship from experienced financial institutions. In the meantime, the BOT doesn't plan to issue retail CBDCs, as the issuance requires thorough consideration of risk and benefits for the financial system in general. So this is pretty interesting, and you might be wondering, well, okay, where does Ripple come into play here? Well, Ripple comes into play with these 3 names. So all these 3 names that are incorporated into this entire experiment are all connected to Ripple. In fact, SCB, CM Commercial Bank. Ripple helps CM Commercial Bank drive innovation with instant cross-border remittances. And we do see down here, SCB is Thailand's longest established bank and one of the largest banks in terms of market capital assets, offering 4 models for inbound services with $300 million or greater than $300 million. The goal is to create innovative customer experiences and be a digital banking leader in Thailand and Southeast Asia. The solution, Ripple's cross-border payment solution, helps SCB integrate with partners around the world, allowing the bank to provide customers with instant, low-cost cross-border payments using the SCB Easy app. The bank is expanding the service to business customers. When you do see instant, in regards to anything around instant settlement, they are sourcing XRP. And they actually do have this full-on breakdown here. And also we do see, 1 minute end-to-end processing time, 80,000 monthly transactions, 400 million monthly person-to-person remittance settlements as well. Our customers can send money to family and friends abroad in real time from their phones. Being part of RippleNet has helped us, to completely enhance our customer experience, expand our business, and keep SCB moving into the future. And this is something special. And we do see down here, after joining RippleNet, SCB has plugged into a global network of more than 300 connected banking partners around the world. In 2020 alone, SCB completed over 500,000 transactions on RippleNet, a 335% volume growth year over year. The bank launched the SCB Easy app, which runs on Ripple and allows customers to make instant, low-cost payments to family and friends outside Thailand. So this is a huge, connection. But then we also do see over here from Wrath Economin. Now, he confirms that these 3 players are huge Ripple, partners, and he's talking more so about Thailand confirmed a retail CBDC pilot. It doesn't use DLT/blockchain. As they are mentioning, the pilot will include 2 banks, Bank of Ayudia and SCB, and payments firm 2C2P as the foundation track. All 3 are Ripple partners. No sign of Ripple use, but interesting nonetheless. And yes, it is very interesting. And I just wanted to shout him out because we are going to utilize his reference to 2C2P in this video. But also, even Krungsrei collaborates with a petrochemical company to expedite cross-border payments and retain customers. And again, this is going back all the way to 2017. And you might be wondering, well, all right, who is? Well, this is the Bank of Ayudia, one of the largest banks in Thailand. Heard the call, and in an effort to better serve their customers, they joined RippleNet to remove the friction from cross-border payments. It's all centered around cross-border payments in general, and we actually do see down here. In fact, Krungsrei now uses Ripple's enterprise blockchain network to help a large Southeast Asia petrochemical company send real-time cross-border payments to its foreign customers. First for financial institutions in the Thai region, and they do break this down a little bit more. We don't need to go too in depth on this. Just know that there is some major connections here. Like for example, like as a subsidiary of Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group (MUFG), Japan's largest financial group and one of the world's 5 largest financial institutions, with more than 2,000 branches in over 50 countries. Krungsrei is positioned to provide instant global payments to service their corporate customers' needs. Instant, remember, real-time, instant payments, sourcing XRP. And then last but not least, of course, 2C2P. This is with Nium as well. Partners with Nium and Ripple to expand remittance service in Southeast Asia. Payments leader 2C2P partners with global fintech infrastructure platform Nium and enterprise blockchain solution for global payments Ripple to open low-cost, real-time remittance corridor from Thailand to Singapore. Ripple has made their name known in Thailand. Again, we do not know exactly what's going on with this, major connection here, but just know that 2C2P is a huge payment firm with over 10,000 payment points in Thailand and to any bank account in Singapore as part of 2C2P's expanded payments network. So they are a very large payment, network and, firm. But, again, like the connections run deep here to Ripple. Are they going to utilize Ripple here? We don't know specifically. All we do know, though, is that these are not the only connections to, when we talk about Ripple to Singapore or even Thailand, these are not the only connections here. In fact, there was a Thailand-specific faster payments guide that was posted on Ripple's website in regards to RippleNet itself, where they did break down the entire opportunity size here. So total remittance flows $9.1 billion, total SME flows $141 billion, and we do see down here like the payment preference, unbanked population, name, year live, speed of posting to accounts. We do see like the maximum value, there's none there. Speed of settlement, real time. This is through XRP again. And down here, we do see a few more insights in regards to like regulations, winning move as well, access prompt pay for the most efficient last mile remittance payouts. So again, like they have other connections here. It's not just SCB. We do see SCB here as well. And there's quite a bit of other ones here. Even like they are talking about Azimo, like Azimo's quote here in regards to like Azimo's connection. I'm just saying like that is one of their partners as well, and we do see like the breakdown on why that is like a huge one as well. Like Thailand recently launched their instant payment network, and this partnership with the largest bank in the country allows us to get the time to settle payments down from around 24 hours to an average of 22 seconds. It's faster to send money to Thailand than to someone else in Europe. And down here we do see the world's most reliable global payments network. Instantly move money to all corners of the world through, of course, RippleNet. Everywhere, instant, reliable, low cost. We do see all the major names down here in regards to like who runs on Ripple at this current moment in time. Of course, this is a little bit of an older, PDF file. But I thought that this was interesting to also include, as yes, this is centered around XRP. They actually do mention it up here, like in terms of like on-demand liquidity. I think that is the only thing. I know that they mentioned like a whole bunch of, obviously countries that they are, a part of. They also mentioned all of the customers that they have as well. I believe that they do. I don't know if this is before or after the connections with. Yeah, so this doesn't include like it does include SCB, but it doesn't include like 2C2P or anything like that. But again, The connections run deep to Thailand from Ripple. I thought that this was very interesting to include. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below as well. And of course, last but not least, we go back to 2017 yet again because I thought that this was interesting as well. Now again, like none of this is fully connected to Ripple as we know currently. It's all kind of speculation. But we do see here, American Express joins RippleNet, giving visibility and speed to global commercial payments. And yes, if you didn't know, American Express did have at one point in time a full-on partnership with RippleNet. We don't know, what's going on with that at this current moment in time. Most likely, all U.S.-based partners are out of the loop right now currently. But they do, look here. It's going to see an immediate improvement in how they send money globally. Compared with like traditional payment processes, Ripple's blockchain-enabled payments simplify connections with intermediaries and provide immediate end-to-end visibility into the transaction status and cost. And they do talk about, the major opportunity here in regards to like collaborating with Ripple. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because, of course, just a few days ago, on August 2nd, we did see this article posted. American Express releases cross-border payments product for U.S. businesses. And we do see down here the leading small business card issuer in the U.S. today announced American Express Global Pay, a new digital solution that enables U.S. businesses to securely make domestic and international business-to-business payments. So literally right up Ripple's alley. Like they are focused on the B2B sector in regards to like cross-border payments. And down here, we do see through this new digital solution, businesses or customers, can send payments funded with their business bank account to their suppliers in more than 40 countries across a range of currencies using a simple mobile-friendly, platform. Now, again, like I said, this doesn't mention Ripple at all. It just, more so kind of mentions B2B payments globally and, of course, across border. I don't know specifically like if they are utilizing, any sort of DLT here. They don't mention that at all. We could kind of only speculate a little bit, if you will. I'm not going to say like, hey, this is full on confirmed, but things are looking pretty crazy right now around like the cross-border payments sector. And I think that this announcement, with the Bank of Thailand to launch a CBDC pilot is something special. And I think that this is very interesting. All of the connections run deep within Ripple. Like we seriously have to take a lot of this information and kind of just look at it, in its own light. Like even like the PDF files going back to that time frame where they initially like partnered with, like for an example, like SCB, because the SCB partnership was pretty substantial. Like they actually break it down in this video. I don't know if like this video is like copyrighted or anything like that. But they do break down like the actual efficiencies around, running on RippleNet and how substantial it is for their, company itself. Remember, like these are very large companies as well. Ripple has been making their name known in the APAC region. They have been really kind of building out some major connections over there, even like with, like, think about all of the connections that they have globally, but then also look at like the APAC region. Like even if you go over here, I thought that you could click these down here, but even if we go and search real quick, I think I put APC instead, so I apologize. So here we have, let me just search this up real quick. I don't know why it's not going through here. Give me 1 second. So I just opened a few of them. So for an example, going back to like 2020, here we have, how to tap rapid growth in Asia Pacific remittances. I don't know if they mention any of the major partners. So they do mention Thailand, for an example, as being like a major one. Like we do see here, similarly, cash transactions still represent a staggering 90% of Thailand's domestic payments value, which, obviously have quite a bit of issues within it. They do mention, of course, prompt pay, like we said in that document where they were talking more so about prompt pay. I think that is a very, major name in regards to like the connections that they do have. They also mentioned like a few other ones down here as well. But yeah, I mean, like if we actually look into this, there's quite a bit of connections that they do have in the APAC region. They have been making some major, strides over there. Even going back to like 2021, for example, like Ripple and Tranglo, Singapore's partnership scales to new heights in Asia Pacific. We just talked about Tranglo. As a matter of fact, like they are doing some pretty large things, and they also do mention SCB, one of Thailand's leading universal banks as well. These are still major partners of Ripple. They are utilizing Ripple on a day-to-day basis. They do account for a large portion of course, like the transactional flows on on-demand liquidity, which you love to see. And this is also, there's so much more to this. Like even going back to March of this year, APAC leading the way in instant payments. And I do believe that they still are mentioned like the major banks that they are already linked to overseas. So you love to see it. And honestly, I do believe that these numbers are going to continue to grow rapidly. And they are building out some major connections. Again, like we don't know specifically what's going on with these CBDCs. Again, they are all in trial runs, but they are on their way. They are building out these major platforms. Will they utilize DLTs? Will they utilize, ledger-based technology? Like DLTs are the ones that we have been watching for closely. If they utilize something like the XRP ledger and source liquidity through on-demand liquidity and, settle their payments through RippleNet, that would be huge. That would be absolutely massive because just imagine the amount of volume and value that will, flow over that in regards to like transactions alone. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.